Hello, good evening, my fellow countrymen and women. This is Princess Suri coming to you live for us to talk a little bit about what's going on in Ghana, whether the guy that spoke against the land dispute has been banished from Ghana, is what I'm about to talk about. This book I'm holding is a book I bought about the North. This is pretty much like the title of this book is Wala Islam Politics. Let me look at it while I say this. Okay, the title is like Wa and the Wireless. That's the title of this book. This book, the reason why I brought this book out is I gave one of this book to the library in Wa, and I still have copies that I bought and gave to people in Wa. And the reason why I have this book is to talk about also what is affecting Ghana today when it comes to land dispute. It's everywhere in the country. Every region have distance. This book, if you look at this page, this is the One Eye Palace, and then the mosque of Wa, and then the first location, the one I gave to British, General Ferguson, when they marched into Wa, the location they gave them to settle, which is today known as the old residency in Wa, the capital of Upper West Region. And this happened to be the chief palace of Wa in the 60s. And this is the mosque, the oldest mosque. Islam is like is the deep root. Islam has deep root in Wa history. And the reason why I'm showing these people this book, and if you look, this is the map that they made here between Wa and then Burkina Faso and the other side of Ivory Coast. We're in between Burkina Faso and Ivory Coast. This was soon. I'm still trying to make a point. That's why I'm bringing all this out. So the next page I want to show you guys, I always talk about how actually everything that was written down about Africa wasn't done by Europeans. This is Arabic writing, and then the scholars who wrote history of Africa was the Arabic people who came into Mansa Musa hired so many scholars to come into Africa to teach and to do so many things. And this Wa happened to be one of the oldest towns in Ghana, and this where history was written down in Arabic, and later on the British translated into English. I'm still going. I'm trying to come to the point where I'm talking, the point I'm trying to make on this book. I'm still coming towards there. So people talk always about things, and when you're talking, some people will try to ask, do you have facts? Do you have this and this? I want to use this book to make my point of why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. I should have laid out all these pages before I do this. I didn't do it. I'm just trying to prove a point and say something about what happened in Ghana today. Shouldn't be. I'm so sorry, bear with me. I should have do this in a way that I will have everything lined out before I start this video. My fault, because I didn't use Okay, this is, if you look here closely, this is the family tree of the Wa history. Our family tree in Wa is here. If you look closely, you will see the hierarchy on the Wa tree, the family tree. My family was first, followed by, I think that should be Sole, and then Ngura, and then the rest continue to go. And the reason why I'm making this point is that there are some certain things that are happening in Ghana, whether it happened to be Galamsey. I'm not here to talk about the Galamsey, but the honest truth is that a man spoke about land issues in the South. Maybe what the guy did wrong to me was that he chose poorly words, some of his words, to address this issue. As we all are aware, Africa was ruled by monarchs for centuries before colony. And today, in modern day Ghana, with democracy and everything, but the monarchs still have a role to play in Ghanaian culture, Ghanaian democracy and everything. That's part of our foundation and how we started in Africa anyway. But the only problem I have with the whole issue of this banishing the guy, saying all kinds of things, God can forgive us. How much more we human beings? You can learn to forgive this guy. The guy may have to go and apologize for what he said. What to me that I saw wrong is that there are so many ways of killing a cat that you could have done. If you were to speak to your elders, even if they wasn't the monarchs, the chief, the kings, if you were to address your leader, your elder, you choose your words careful to address those people. Yes, what the guy said is concerning to every Ghanaian, not even in the South only. It concerns all Ghanaians. Wherever you find yourself in Ghana, whatever region you are from, when you look at rivers, rivers connect into each other and flow into the open ocean. Whether you live in Volta region, Fanti, you are Fanti, you are a Gan, you are a Krobo, you are what, a Bono, you are Ashanti, you are a Northerner. We all have rivers that flow into each other. Nobody in Ghana will say that you don't eat fish. We all eat fish from the rivers. We all drink water from these rivers. We all eat food from Ghana. If a mercury get into the water, we drink it, we grow food, and the mercury will go into the food, whether it's banchi yam, whatever you name it, cocoa yam, the mercury will get into those food. And who is going to consume it? It's us that is going to consume it. If it comes to fish, every fish in the river, eat from the river, and we end up by eating it. Believe it or not, Ghanaians, cancer is going to be our second name soon, because any country that will allow your rivers to be damaged based on greed, just because of gold, they're messing up everything, and people are not held into accountable, become a problem. And this land issue that the guy talked about, I'm not going to get into it, but I'm going to use this issue to address my own family. I show you the book of the Wa and the Wireless and Islam politics on Northwest Ghana. My forefather created the kingdom of Wala. Every land in Wa used to belong to my family. And then they settled people and gave land to people to settle. And doing so, we still have majority of the lands in Wa were still owned by my family. Today, as we speak, we don't have lands anymore. Today, the word the guy used, I will use the same thing towards my own family. Today, if my forefather was to come back, or my grandfather, great-great-fathers were to come back, would they be happy to what my family, including my own father and his siblings and my whole cousins and aunts in our place, the whole country, what people, the indigenous, did to lands, destroying communities, just simply because they want money to spend? And in doing so, let's ask ourselves, I'm from Suruyiri. I don't hide it. I'm a descendant of the Suruwidan. If you go to Suruyiri today, as much as the lands we sold in Wa, we have nothing to show. This is the money, the land we wasted and sold. This is what we use this money to. Even some of them, the places they still sleep, is still unbearable. Today, as we speak, the sons of my father and his brothers and siblings and then the whole community, they don't even have land to build for themselves to stay. How much more their children? Today, if my fathers, they all left now, I'm pretty sure they made their grandfathers, great-grandfathers, and forefathers and their father. What they did before leaving, and will still continue to be doing it. Are they happy with what my father, brothers, and everybody did to the lands of the family in the name of greed? And to make things worse, if they even sell this land and use it to improve their own life, it won't be painful. Today, all the people that sell in lands, you go to them, all those indigenous people that have the right to the land, they become homeless in their own native countries. Africans, what this guy said, he may have chosen words that maybe some were not appropriate to address your monarchs. I agree to that. Benanano, Eya Yamuba, Monana, Mbitmudia, Asamachian, Wayabone, Nyoma, the Casana or Casana, Kaye, one choosing West Ye, Monfan born in channel. Because Eya Dia said, Yamit ye born a chair. How much more ye human beings are yet me for Nyoma Nipa born in channel. So Mijina ha, and there Majina Hakasi. Moya mina no me wa fa no mo enemy papa no eye den eye nyina e ba ko se papa no ya de se am fata mo tuma twena asom but to balancing and then we say ye ti no ye ancient well yet modern wealth is unheard of and ye can say bi and the mobile so and no utumi di nuama ejan ma obi almost who krama ba ofie be ye boni bi obe ma say nye krama yi ro nti anka de a mi de be ye krama yi enka nya agro yen fasa nuama yi enam so na papa yi boni enche no me a me gina ho yi kase yi me so me agihie everywhere me papa me na be ma any creative work kingdom yes say na omo anton ni nyina edi ye family house anka sa o ye timu no omo antom ansisi ho nde se minna nan be man mo omo san ba nde a nyoma omo nkoda ne ye no ebe ye omo de enye omo de ende nukro eye bako sebi me ba ya memba ha se be didi obi atam ana me be ye obi be nyoma sa amfata so obi be ka papa ne ka ye no se ya de ohu bibi a ekọ okrom ekoso enkoso ye a se ya de papa etimi nye ahemfu bia na obi a onu se sebi mi hu ade bi en fata kromi am pese men kambe mi nu se a me putu sa wese a ma men ko offend obi be wanti me amfa na adwena nko ho because you won ko fo bi so mubufu a bibia pie o ma no na o mo aka sa na akote ebe en papa na oba no wan ba se obaye nkofo enso sebi radio station no enso ka ho bi because radio station so obi ebe kasa muna mo kukuta mic na ni bibia a wetima silent na papa still mutu minima guidelines say asimesi news no ma obekan ye wo guidelines nyoma obetima aka ena nyoma wontimi nka wontimi mbe ye obi eye dian ya the chiefs are the chiefs. Africa was never a democratic country. We were always known by monarchs that rule us. So please, you guys forgive this guy. He did wrong, some of it, but he didn't mean to offend you guys. And I stand here today to add my own family. The Suri Widana today is ashamed to go to war and see that even our own neighborhood, we have no common road to drive into the neighborhood. That's how bad it has gotten. They sold everything. The lands that were left for them to be able to do something, whether it's building a new palace for the indigenous, for our forefather to sacrifice everything in the name of peace for humanity, and his descendants couldn't do anything for his name, his legacy to continue. It's sad. All that we did was to tear each other apart. Today you go to my family, the strongest become the weakest. We sit there and tear each other. Brother is fighting with brother. Mothers don't speak to each other. Sisters don't speak to each other. Aunties don't speak to each other. And the aunties are even against their own children because of land. My brothers and sisters, what does my brother say? He may have stepped on some toes, but the truth is only one. Today, as I stand here talking, I should not take a penny out of my pocket in the town of Wa to buy a land. A descendant of Widana, Suri. Suri Widana is one name, two names in one. The first gate of Wa was Widana Gate. Today, my forefather gave the land to everybody. And today, we're paying for it. My brothers and sisters, including my uncles, aunties, my father, they sold everything, and today we became last in Ghana and in Wa. And if we live with this alone, it's not worth for people to talk about what is happening. Would my forefather be happy to see the things that he fought for his life, his family, use one generation, destroy everything before they left this world? Is it right? It's not. If it doesn't fit, let's be honest to each other and look out for each other. What the guy said was for us to wake up and realize this world, no matter what we do, one day we will be held accountable for our bodies in this planet. And if we think people don't see, God see whatever we are doing in this world, and we're gonna get the pay. And that's what they always say, karma is big. And if you do get a hold for someone to fall in, make sure you dig it big. At the end of the day, if that person go in and you're going to come on top of the person, you have enough space to fall in. Thank you. I come today because of this. You guys, anyone that think what I'm doing is the right thing and you love what I'm doing, help me share the videos and join my page by following the page. I come here today because of that. May the Lord bless all of us. Thank you.